So thank you for joining me today. We're talking about why try deeper meditations. That's the topic for today. I experienced some wonderful deep meditations this past weekend and wanted to share them with you, plus some of the past of my experiences. And I hope that some of you will share your experiences too. So we'll see what happens. I would love to hear your experiences as well. So, sage, cleansing and clearing. Always have to cleanse our space before we begin. And we'll see who's coming in today. So thanks for joining me today. Welcome. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Debbie Hardy, Crystal Healing. This is our weekly spiritual crystal chat. And Wednesday we will have our check-in chat, very informal check-in chat. And more announcements at the end too. What else do I want to say before we start? I'll throw out a question there in just a moment. Of course, quick disclaimer, all metaphysical properties associated with crystals and crystal healing and therapy are not a guarantee of results. So if you need to seek medical advice for any reason whatsoever, please do so. Okay. So my question is today, let's see if those of you who are here want to answer this. Why would you want to try deep meditations? Why? What would be the purpose of it in your mind? What would be the purpose of deep meditations? Some of you who have read my first book, Meditation Made Easy Using Crystals, are aware of some of the reasons, but I'm going to get into it a little bit deeper today with my own experiences, and I think it's just a fascinating thing to explore. It's like another world. It really is amazing. So, hi Karen. So what are your thoughts on it? What is a reason that you think to try deeper meditations? So we'll start with that. Welcome everybody. Please come on in, join the chat. Feel free to share your comments and your thoughts with us. And just join the chat. You know, we have a great time every time. We have a great discussion each time. So some of the reasons that I meditate, well, I started meditating regularly probably about 15 years ago now. It's gone by so fast. For my own self-healing, excuse me. My own self-healing and well-being. I was very ill for a long time, and not only physically, but I had depression and mental, things that go with it when you're sick. So many things, and even down to the material world financially. There were so many things that were off kilter for me, and I had to make some drastic changes in my life to bring myself out of it. I had to make that decision, and I did make that decision. I couldn't keep going the way I was. I was in the cycle of seeing doctors and taking all kinds of prescription medication that weren't helping. So I decided to try meditation, and I started meditating before I got into crystals. And right away, the meditations helped me. Daily meditation for 10, 15, 20 minutes helped me to find inner peace. And once I found that inner peace, I was able to start sleeping better. I was able to release worry, which is huge. I was able to release fear, which is huge. And that's what starts to facilitate the physical, mental, emotional healing state. That's what's the very, very beginning part of it. So I encourage everybody to meditate. Today's topic is deeper meditations. I started incorporating crystals, I don't know, maybe about a year after I was meditating. And I've used crystals in my meditations ever since. And you can use sound, you can use guided meditations. There's many things that you can use to help you meditate. Crystals, to me, have made it so much easier because of the vibration. But why take it to the next level? Those of you who meditate and want to try deeper meditations, I'm going to show you some crystals that you can use to get you into that deeper state of meditation in just a moment. But let's discuss some of the reasons why you would want to go into that deep state of meditation. I mean, regular meditation, my hair is just getting in my face today, sorry. Regular meditation has so many benefits, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, that I encourage everybody to meditate every single day. I think if everybody on earth meditated every day, this world would be at peace and harmony and unity. And it's so simple to do. It really is. There's so much you can do to help so much within yourself and then anybody else, because you give off new, fresh vibrations when you meditate. You know, you're doing your inner healing work, and that actually vibrates out to others too. So if everybody meditated, we would have a different world. But back to the question. The deeper meditations, it's easier to get into a deeper meditation if you're kind of used to meditating. So I encourage you all to meditate and practice with it. Use crystals, hold them, use guided meditations, use sound music, and start some deep healing meditations, deeper meditations, not only for deep inner peace. The deeper you get, the more peace that I have found. I'm going to share with you in just a little bit my meditation from this weekend. It was just amazing. So some of the reasons for deeper meditations would be deep inner peace, deep inner healing. And the more you do it, the more that you will feel this. Heal past wounds, like past traumas, past life experiences during this lifetime. Again, if you need to seek medical advice, please do so. This is not a replacement for psychological care or medical care. You can explore past lives with deeper meditation. You can connect to the spirit world, many realms. The spirit world meaning passed over loved ones, angels, archangels, ascended masters, gods, goddesses, fairies, your creator, who that might be for you. I don't, discriminate of what your belief system is. Or more. Other galaxies, other realms, it's just unlimited what you can tap into with deeper meditations. And you can get some very, very profound, deep inner guidance with that deep peace at the same time. You can get some very interesting information about your current situation, about things that you need to address for yourself, about things that you need to resolve in your life to move forward, about things that you question, about things that you wonder about. All of these things you can explore in deep meditation. How do you do that is a big question for many. Thanks for joining, everybody. Come on in. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Please share this with others. So how do you do that? I suggest, well, those of you who meditate regularly, it will be easier for you. And some, it just is natural anyway. But find your quiet space, do your deep breathing a few times, close your eyes. If you need some meditative music, please use that. I just created some very deep sound meditations that I've been posting. And they're meant to take you away from the day-to-day thought process. Listen to stuff like that. Listen to that. Listen to guided meditations. Hold some crystals. Here are some crystals I want to share with you that I feel are very effective in taking your meditations to a very, very deep level. I'm going to go through each one and just show you kind of quickly. A lot of you already have a lot of these things. And these are things that I have personally used and I use often. And then I'm going to share with you my meditation and some other experiences in the past also of deep meditations and who I have been come in contact with on the other side, the spirit world. Someday I might just write a book of my journal entries. I'm kind of thinking about that. And journal your deep meditation experiences, because you might have these amazing experiences, and they're like dreams. If you don't write them down and you don't think about them, you'll forget just right away, and then it will just fade and it's hard to retrieve again. So I really encourage you to journal your deep meditations, and I encourage you to try it too. If you've not tried deeper meditations, try it. It really can be a very exciting experience. So some of the crystals that I suggest you try, one is Celestial. This is a small little Celestial. It's got a lot of, crystals hold information. All crystals hold different energy and different information. And this particular one holds energy of connecting to other lives, connecting to other souls, finding deep inner guidance and purpose. A really amazing energy. I love working with Celestial, and this is something you can do with friends and family too. You can meditate at the same time and try and find a common, try and find a past common, what am I trying to say? Bond or connection between you two. A common connection between you two, other than just this physical friendship that you might have. So Celestial is one of them. You can try that. Another is Apophyllite. Now, all of these are high vibration crystals, so you might feel a little dizzy or lightheaded with working with them. But the more that you work with them, the more you will get in tune with their energy, and your physical being will accept that as being kind of the norm, and you'll get much more easy to use these after a while. If you do feel dizzy or lightheaded after holding these or meditating with these, hold a tourmaline afterwards for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Some days I've used it the rest of the day. Just held it in my pocket for the rest of the day. But Apophyllite is another really good high vibration crystal that helps you connect to other realms. Angel realms is a lot that comes through with this one. Very beautiful energy for these. Very easily, the more you practice with these, the easier it is for you to tap into these things. And in my first book, too, Meditation Made Easy with Crystals, I share with you how to specifically tap into with angels. With some of these crystals, you focus on your intention of connecting to angels, if that's what you want to try. So, and that's some of these crystals, Apophyllite, Danburite, Celestial, all these can help you do that. So good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Danburite, very high vibration, also can help you get to that deep inner peace, deep healing, connect to other realms very quickly. Danburite. In a moment, too, I'm going to share with you some of my experiences, but I also want to hear some of your experiences, if you don't mind sharing with us. I would love to hear some of your deeper meditation experiences. This is a crackle quartz, rainbow crackle quartz. Yes, it is man-treated. It is heated and cooled to get that crackle effect. But it is a very high vibration crystal. You can use quartz, too, just plain quartz. That's fine. I love working with this crackle quartz to raise that vibration even that much more. It's a powerhouse full of energy, and it can take you to other realms. And thank you for sharing. Please share this with others. I do appreciate that. Yes. It can help you get to other realms and other dimensions and other deep experiences. Kind of the most recent in my toolkit are Euphorolite. One of our community members got me hooked on that, and I've been using Euphorolite ever since to get to a very deep state of meditation. Here are just three different types. There's, oh my gosh, they started out with 5 and then like 10. Now I think he's up to like 20 different varieties of Euphorolite. Any one of them will help you get to a deeper state of meditation. I have been using like 15, so I fly high, I tell you. It is a very, very euphoric, that's why he named it this. It is a very euphoric feeling working with Euphorolite. It feels like you've stepped away from your physical being into another unreality. It's not reality, it's something else. So it's very interesting working with Euphorolite. Very high vibration. The mixture of minerals that are in these are blue tourmaline, quartz, micas, feldspars, lithiums. There's a lot of varieties. So Euphorolite brings you to that euphoric state. This is a rather new one too to me, very new, even newer, is Ventifax stone. Very powerful punch in just a small piece. Very, very powerful. This can help you get to a very deep state of meditation very easily. This is a lot packed into this little thing here. Very high vibration. These Euphorolite kind of help, when I use them, I feel like my whole body is just like electrified with electricity. That's how I feel. It just feels like zzz. I mean, I don't know how else to explain it, but that's what this kind of energy brings. And it's so powerful in such small little doses. Really is an amazing stone to work with. I know some of you have just started working with that, so please share your experiences here about that with that one too, with any of these. This is called an Aurora, one of my very first. She's close to the Apophyllite family, very similar energies. Very good to connect to angels in that realm. So she's been with me a very, very long time, and I love this energy. I also use it in distance healing work, very deep, deep state of meditation, so I can focus on the task at hand. You can also use quartz points. This one is actually got some very special characteristics to it. It's got a time link right here to take you to different realms. It's got a Isis face, but you don't need those. A quartz point in itself is very high vibration. You can use, but if you have one, it'll take you that much further. And of course, I didn't bring out every single crystal that helps with the deeper meditations, but these are some ideas for you to try. I'll come back and check your comments here in just a few moments too. This is a Lemurian, one of my very special Lemurians that I've had for a very long time also. Lemurian, if you have Lemurian, that can help you connect to other lifetimes, deep inner healing, deep inner peace. So if you have any of these, try them at home and listen to some of those sound frequencies that I've posted, or others that you find on YouTube that are high frequency sound. Hold your crystals and just listen and let yourself be transported to where you need to go. Let yourself focus on where you need to go. If you have a certain intention that you want to accomplish or achieve, focus on that intention before you go into it. So if you want answers to something, focus on a question before you go into a deep meditation. Hold your crystals, put on some sound, deep sound meditation music, and let yourself go and see what kind of insights and information that comes forward. What you might experience during this is the energy I have experienced is very intense. Like I said, electricity all the way around. Maybe there's times where there's certain throbbing, like a third eye throbbing or vibration. Or I feel an energy, just a very powerful energy surrounding me the whole time. Sometimes the energy is different crystals, different energy. So explore the different crystals for those. And also, you might feel warm or cold. You might hear sounds. You might hear voices. You might hear other things. I mean, it's just open to anything. You might see visions. Visions might come into your mind like a movie, just like a dream almost, of you interacting with something or you just watching something. You might have this inner knowing, and you might experience most every single time I experience a deep, 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 deep peace within. And that feels amazing. And when you reach that state, that's when all this healing occurs too. All this other inner healing occurs too. So let's see what some of your comments are, and then I'm going to share with you some of those who I have come in contact with on the other side during my meditations, and I'm going to share with you this other experience I had over the weekend, plus a couple others. And please share with us, if you don't mind, some of your experiences with deep meditation, who you've contacted, who you've connected with, what happened, what you have felt, what you experienced. We all learn from each other, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, thank you. Come on in. Please share this with others. Or if you came in late, we're talking about deep meditation today and the benefits of it, why you would want to. It really is an exciting experience. I look forward to it. I don't focus on the deep meditation every day. Be mindful, one thing about it, be mindful of how you feel. If you're feeling tired and kind of out of sorts, I would suggest just do a regular healing meditation and not try to go very deep that day. If you're feeling kind of upset or angry, do a regular healing meditation and kind of try and release some of that before you go into a deep meditation. It's easier if you're more aligned to tap into these things than if you're anxious or you're, trying too hard, or if you're just not feeling that good. There are days when I'm just like tired, or I need to focus on inner healing. So I just do a normal, peaceful healing meditation. And I don't get out the heavy stuff, the heavy vibration, the high vibration crystals. I just use my healing crystals that I prefer at that time. So be mindful of how you're feeling before you jump into deeper meditations. So, oh, you're welcome, Majestic. Thank you. You have all of these? Good. Give it a try. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on it when you try these with these. Yeah. Feeling dizzy in general, use tourmaline. Hold it with you as much as you need to. Of course, again, it's not a replacement for medical care. So if you need to seek medical care, please do so. But if you're feeling lightheaded, dizzy, not just after meditation, but anytime. If you go into the big stores that have a lot of fluorescent lights, that can cause it. If you go into a place where there's a lot of negative energy, that can cause it. If you're feeling anxious, that can cause it. Hold a tourmaline for as long as you need to during that day to reset your stable energies, stable you back to, grounding, feeling secure again. Hold a tourmaline anytime you're feeling that way. So welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my goodness. It is a very scattered time, Majestic. It is a very scattered time. And we'll get into more of an informal chat on Wednesday of how everybody's feeling. But yeah, please share your experiences too. Yeah, you too. Yep. Sharon, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us. So if you've experienced a deep meditation and you don't mind sharing with the rest of us, please post it here. I would love to hear your comments. I know not everybody wants to share, and I understand that. I get that. But if you don't mind sharing with us, please share with us. These are some of the other unseen that I have connected with. I connect to my angel every time. Ever since the very first time I connected to my guardian angel, I've been able to connect to her ever since. If you have my book and you want to connect to your angel, reread that chapter. Otherwise, use a crystal that connects to angels like angel light, apophyllite, stuff like that. Hold those in meditation to connect to your angel with the intent of connecting to your angel. It took me a good 6 weeks to do that. Some of these things take time. I know a lot of us want this right away, but some of these things take time for ourselves to trust, for ourselves to let go of the thoughts, for ourselves to be open to connecting on a deeper level. So keep trying. Don't give up. Some of the others, let me get a quick sip of tea here. Some of the others that I have connected to in meditation are Buddha. I talked to him in the Ascended Master's Chamber. It's the Master's Chamber, where those have been here and have ascended found true love, unconditional love with all beings are in the Master's Chamber. I saw Jesus there. I didn't talk to him, but I did talk to Buddha. I wrote it down. I didn't find my notes on that, so I don't remember the conversation. I have connected to quite a few goddesses. Iris, she's not Iris. She's not the same as Isis. It's a different one. Hera, Hera, she prefers to be called Hera with the silent H, she told me. There's several goddesses that I've connected to using the goddess stone. I didn't bring that out today, but goddess stone and the Danburite. So many goddesses have come through and from time to time when needed. Gods, Ra, the god of the sun, one of the gods of the sun, is one that I've been very connected to ever since I started meditation. He's been with me. One of these days, he and I are going to write a book. Zeus has come to me 3 times now. This weekend was one, and I'll tell you my experience with that. 2 other times, Zeus came to me when I was in my spiritual journey and I was just kind of like, not really paying attention to focusing on what I needed to work on. He came to me in a meditation and actually yelled at me saying, you better get off the stick here. Pay attention, focus, and get to work. And I was like, whoa, okay. I know, it sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy. It is what it is. However you think about it. So yeah, I after that, I got back in gear and started focusing on what I needed to focus on my spiritual journey. And he came twice and said that. Very powerful energy, very powerful. The gods are very powerful energy. He was very assertive, not aggressive. He was very assertive, saying, this is what you need to do. Basically, like a father saying, Stop messing around. And the goddesses are very powerful energy too, but you can feel a difference in their energies. They are more nurturing, just like the feminine side. I've talked to the creator, whom I call God, a few times with a conversation. I mean, I, do my daily prayers and such. And, but it was an actual conversation. I connect with a council that has been with me for a very long time, that we are going to write a book together sometime soon. They're a council of 8, and they are with another galaxy. I have connected to what we perceive as being aliens in our mind. What is aliens? Now I talk about aliens in Spirit of the Crystal Ray, that book that I wrote, and that is what they say. Aliens are other souls on other journeys in another form, and I do believe that. So I've connected with other beings. There's so many in between. Those are the main ones that have come through for me. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that and some of your deeper connections. And then I'll share with you my experience over the weekend. So, oh, Lily, wonderful. You get a lot of relatives when you meditate, grandparents, nephews, moms, dad. That is wonderful. That's so wonderful. You can connect to your passed over loved ones during deep meditation. It's very possible, absolutely. But I have also connected to my mother, who is still alive, during deep meditation, because I cannot communicate with her right now. So that was my intent going into it, that I want to connect to her on a soul level and talk with her. And we did. It was amazing. It was beautiful. I felt so good about it. But that's wonderful. Thank you, Lily, for sharing that. That is wonderful. Let's see here. Any others? Paula, you have met your guardian angel and Jesus and stone souls. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Oh my goodness. My dog is getting a little crazy over there with something going on. Let's see here. A lot of, yes, Majestic, you can learn a lot from meditation. If you have questions about what's going on in our current state of affairs around the world, go into deep meditation, ask that question. Your inner truth will come forward and guide you and lead you and tell you what you need to know. Don't be swayed by all of the uncertainty of everything that's happening. And there's so much that is put out there to create the fear and the uncertainty and trying to lead everybody into a certain direction. Meditate. Your inner truth will come out. And that, to me, is something that I truly believe, whatever's deep down inside is telling me the truth. I feel it's coming from the highest source there is, and that I truly believe with my whole heart. Whatever is said to you in that, whatever comes from the deepest part of your soul, trust that. That's your connection to your Creator. That's your connection to your highest self. Trust that. Whatever comes through during those deep, deep meditations. Yeah. Paula, you want to meet more? Keep doing it. Keep doing it. You will. And like I said, don't try and force this thing. Don't try and, make it happen. Allow it to happen. That's my word of the year, is allow. Allow it to happen on its own way, its own time. But listen to these high frequency music to help you with that. I think you'll get there quicker if you do. If you hold a high vibration crystal and you listen to high frequency music, find one that you resonate with. I think you'll get there quicker. Yeah. Kunjan, you still and feeling nothingness. What is that? Feeling nothingness is, I think when you feel nothing in meditation, you are connecting anyway because you are not allowing anything worldly to affect you. So that's a good thing. Do you feel any sensation physically, like anything at all? Do you get messages from the other side at all? Do you see visions at all? Anything at all? Colors? It can be random things. It can be anything. Or is it just completely blank? Dreams also. Dreams and meditation state are very similar. But to me, it's easier to go into meditation anytime I want. The dream state, we all dream every day, every night, but we don't always remember it. So, again, keep your journal handy when you meditate, yeah. Kunjan, go into your meditation prior to meditation with the intent of what it is you want to connect with or know. Let it flow, absolutely majestic. Let it flow. If you force it, it won't happen, absolutely. If you force anything, it won't happen. That's true with anything we do. So just let it happen. Just let it happen. If you have too high of expectations and you really want a result, you just have to go and try it. And just be open to the experience of what you experience. Let it unfold. Let it happen. Alexandra, you communicate with your father a lot. That's wonderful. And grandfather that you've never met. Ah, that's wonderful. I got chills with that. I love that. Kunjan, try going in with the intent of asking a question before you go into meditation. But again, give it time. And try some of these higher vibration crystals that we mentioned too, to help you with it, to help you get to a deeper state than you've been before, a deeper state than where you are. Yeah. Carla, you see pulsating colors, but struggle with your head getting in the way. Hold some crystals. I don't know if you hold crystals during it, but hold some crystals during this, and experiment with different crystals, and keep trying. But colors are a good start. Colors are a good start. So this was what I experienced over the weekend. I held 2 Euphora lights this time, 2 Ventifacts this time, and 2 Lazalites I didn't bring out. So I was already in a very high vibration state. I felt a pulsing in my third eye, just like a pulsing. I had felt this electricity feeling going throughout my being. Focus on the feeling that you have physically to get rid of the mental gunk in your head. Focus on the vibrations that the crystals supply you with. So I felt this electricity going throughout me for the good first half hour, and then it changed. And I was listening to the deeper meditation, high frequency sound that I created, that I posted. There was a strong energy throughout. Then it tapered off to almost like a hum. And I don't know how else to describe it, but it was just like a So it wasn't like high, but it was like, you know what I mean? I hope that comes through a little better just to understand it. At one point, have you seen in the movies, some movies where this being comes through, stretches through this clear shroud, I don't know what you call it, this clear thing stretches through and looks at something. That's what happened to me in this meditation. An alien being came through while I was laying there holding these and listening to that music. It came through this clear, looked like plastic, gel, I don't know, came through and looked at me. Just like that. I wasn't afraid. I'm not afraid of these things. I'm more excited about exploring these things than anything else. And he didn't have anything to say. And I thought, okay. So I just let it go. And then he left. It was gone. Then I saw off in the distance, there was this vision of this field with just mostly dirt, some mountains in the background. And there was, and the alien looked like what we perceive as an alien to look like. I'm sure they don't, I don't know. I can't say. I've not seen one in person, but I'm sure they probably look different. Anyway, then I was off in this field, and I was looking in this field, and there was a spaceship, what we perceive to be as this spaceship. And aliens were standing at the ramp there, and I wasn't far enough away where I couldn't understand them, so they were talking to me. And they said, "Do you want to come with us?" And I was standing there thinking, I would be curious to explore with you. And they said, "Well, we can't bring you back. If you come with us, we can't bring you back. So you need to make that choice." And I said, "I can't leave my family right now." So they said, okay, and that was the end of that. What I make of that is I feel like right now I have an obligation in my physical life. That message to me is my physical life right now. I have an obligation to fulfill, to look over my parents, both of them. And I still have work to do here. I have work that I need to do to make sure that their health and well-being is taken care of. So that's what I got out of that. Next, there's a lot of random stuff came through. Next, I saw Zeus again. This time he didn't talk to me, but he was up in the clouds. He was surrounded by this beautiful light, lavender yellow light, but he was all white. He was in a chariot that was white. He was holding the trident, three-pronged staff that was white. Everything was white about him. And he was in a white chariot. It was all white and very powerful, but very comforting too. He didn't have a message for me this time. Well, no words were exchanged this time. But I felt the most inner peace come over me. Like, I'm watching over you. We're watching over you. Everything is fine. Don't worry about anything. I had the most deep inner peace, and it was so beautiful. Just so beautiful. I didn't want to leave that space and that time and that moment. I didn't want to, I just wanted to stay in that bliss. That's what it felt like, bliss, for as long as possible. And then I was still listening to this sound, this frequency sound coming through this whole time. And during this frequency sound, there's no words in this. It's just music. And I heard the words beautiful, 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 beautiful come through. And that was beautiful also. So that was my experience with this weekend with aliens and with Zeus. I told you about previous experiences with Zeus. I have had another alien experience with being in a sound bath meditation. The sound was very powerful during that time also. Very interesting correlation. Both times the sound was very powerful, and I was holding crystals both times. The sound bath, I was with about 30 other people, but we were laying facing away from each other. And I had brought crystals with me to place around me, And I had aliens visit me then also too. So it was very, very, very powerful. And they just came to give me some deep inner healing that I needed help with that I couldn't do myself. That's what they were there for. So, wow, crazy. Sounds crazy. It's what I experienced. Laying it all out there. I am currently working on a new book of which I have used many Euphora-Light meditations. I'm working on a new book with my experiences with that, with a specific intent. And the more that this comes closer, the more I will share with you. But it was a very beautiful experience. I've finished the meditation part now. I'm working on the actual cleanup of it and put together of this book. So the more that I get closer, the more I will share with you. So, and I'm starting to get cold, so I'm going to probably wrap it up here in just a minute. So let's see what else we have here real quick. And please share this with others. I know this is not a topic that everybody wants to share with their friends, but I do appreciate it. I get it. Oh my goodness. And then I'll tell you what's coming up in the very near future too. So, Majestic, hearing the needs to go into the nature for results. Oh my goodness. There's so much that nature can tell us. If you touch a tree, listen to its words. If you put your feet in the grass, listen to what it says. If you stand in the breeze, listen to what it says. There's so much. Alexandra, most of the time you see very bright purple color and various vibrant patterns, like geometrically perfect. Oh, I love that too. The more you explore deeper meditations, the more you will allow yourself to go further and further and further. And it really is. I hope this didn't scare you in a way. It doesn't scare me. These experiences don't scare me. I hope you allow yourself to really experience what is out there and what's meant for you. It's all different for all of us. And it is, in a sense, guidance and help with what we need for our day-to-day reality. So, and it just feels good. It feels good, and it's exciting. It really is. It really is. Amy, you're more clairaudient and clairsentient than clairvoyant. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised if that develops more too, the more and more you go about it. But yeah. The more you work with it, the more it all develops. Yeah. And you receive angel numbers and messages, and that can happen too in meditation. You can get, if you see a flash of number, look it up. If you see a certain animal, look it up. If you see a certain image, pay attention, write it down. What does it mean to you to see this image or this vision? What does it mean to you? When you come out of the meditation, write it down really quick, and you've got to do it quick because it'll start to fade quickly. Majestic, been there? Okay. Hi, Ben. Yeah, well, awesome. Yes, Majestic, I have seen things not in meditation. Walk by. Yeah, I have. That's a good question. I'm curious to know if anybody else has experienced that too. We were walking the dogs not too long ago down the street. We always walk down, and out of this shroud, the same thing that the alien came through to me, it's like this layer that's on the other side that's hidden, that we can't see unless we allow ourselves to see, but it's clear. It's like this clear. It's like just a clear curtain. A wolf came through. Same way, he actually jumped through that clear shroud to us. But he was not there to frighten us. He was there to protect us. I felt very secure in his space. And I felt like it was just telling us that I'm here with you. And I needed to look up the wolf energy and find out more about it, which I did. that particular day. That's happened to me a few times. So it's very interesting. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. But yeah, very good question. I've seen lights, I've seen orbs, I've seen, you know, I've heard my name when nobody's around, very clear. And and to me, that gets my attention. It's like, okay, then what do I need to focus on? When things like that happen, it gets my attention like, okay, there's a reason you're trying to get my attention. I better stop and pay attention. What do you want me to know? So that's to me that kind of thing when that happens in the waking state, the unmeditative state. Yeah, Paula, wow, right? Crazy. Ah, yes. Brenda, astral travels, so exciting. Oh, I love that. I don't typically see any Hindu gods or goddesses, Kunjan. I'm not sure why. I've mainly connected with the Greek or the Egyptian, and I've not asked the question why, but I just let whoever wants to come through, come through. For whatever reason, these ones are meant for me, you know? Different ones will come through for any of you, or even the same. It's so exciting, so exciting. Oh, good. I'm glad I don't sound too crazy, Linda. They are also healing us, showing us our mission, and lifting the veil. That's it, the veil. That's perfect. That's the veil. It's the clear veil that they're coming through. The clear veil that the wolf came through and the alien came through. That's the veil. I couldn't think of the right word. Thank you. Brenda doesn't sound crazy. Okay, good. Fascinating. All right, good. Oh, yay, Donna. Yes, good. I try. Yes, Majestic. I think that's a very profound statement. Taking this time to stay at home, to do some quiet your mind and listen. This is a perfect time to be really working on some deep inner meditation work and deep healing, and it really is. And we all need to. We all need to do this. And don't look at it as a punishment. Absolutely, look at it as a blessing. Find the blessings in everything. Find the blessings in everything. And I know not everybody would agree with me saying that too, but if you look at the positive, then you can find your way out of the negative. So thanks for joining us. I hope you have an amazing, amazing, beautiful day, and infinite blessings coming your way. So see you soon. Okay. Thanks. Namaste.